Hey everybody, Raziel here, coming back at you with another Smite God build for the Xbox One, or any platform for that matter. This week, bringing to the table, we're going to go over Hercules, the champion of Rome. He's a Roman warrior who is just, I guess, a tank. He's really tanky, hard to kill at times if he's built right, and he can also deal out a lot of damage while controlling and interrupting the lane in team fights, etc. So, this video is meant for people who are starting out using Hercules, want to see what he's about, laning up against him and trying to understand how the hell you can stay alive so damn long. It's annoying at times, and it's fun. I've started using him myself a lot more than I have in the past. We will be going over his abilities, or his kit as I call it, then his relics, his item builds, and his combos and his fighting scenarios. Um, this this should be a fun video. Hopefully the mic is synced. We just had our newest newborn son this week, so if things are a little haphazard and look a little different, I apologize, but things are a little bit crazy right now. So before we get into the video, we're going to be going over a little bit of housekeeping that I always do. And this is because I play with the Savage build on the Xbox One. Now this is going to differ from the default button mapping for the Xbox, and the PS4 is different because you use shapes instead of numbers, yes. And then the PC and the Mac have a different UI altogether, and so I will be calling them out as 1, 2, 3, and 4 from now on. The 1 being the ability all the way over to the left, and this ultimate being the 4. This will hopefully uh, take away any type of confusion that could potentially happen throughout this video. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 is what we're going with. If you like the video, please give a thumbs up and or subscribe to the channel. Future God builds will continue. Check the playlist for past God builds, and let's get started. Let's go right into his passive, which is called Strength from Pain. It's a buff to himself, which most passives are, and as he takes damage, he gains physical power based on the percentage of his missing health. It's up to 30 physical power. So, and +2 per level. I don't exactly understand the description of this buff. It's not very clear, but from my understanding, the okay, as you lose health, health goes down, down, down. You get stronger, stronger, stronger. So that's good. That's pretty much it. I don't understand the 30 plus 2 per level, but just understand you're getting beat on, you're getting stronger, and you can get a beat on to your enemy. Raising for the win. Let's go to his 1. It's Driving Strike. This is his main damage dealing kind of lane clearing ability, and this can be used in conjunction with his 2, or it can be done solo later game to do the lane clearing and everything else. It's also a good way to disrupt, because 1 and his 2 disrupt the enemy pretty well. So Hercules delivers a mighty strike, driving all enemies back, damaging and stunning them. Hercules is immune to knockback during this dash. That's pretty good. It's immune to knockback. It deals 365 damage at max level, plus 90% of your physical power. Hercules' abilities have a high percentage of scaling. More so than I think most of the gods I've gone over so far. So 90% of his physical power is going to be included or added to this, and the stun is for 1.5 seconds at max rank. Now this would be awesome if you built a lot of physical power, but as I'll go over in the item build a little bit later, you don't stack physical power with them. You do a little bit, but for the most part, you're going to be tanky. But it still does a lot of damage. I've gotten a fair amount of kills with Hercules, and it's just fun. And it also sucks to go against. Just telling you, straight right now. His number 2. His 2, which is Earthbreaker. It's in a line, and it smashes the ground, sending a shockwave forward that does damage to all enemies within its path. If enemies are at the end of the shockwave, they're thrown back towards Hercules. Now this is great, again, to disrupt the lane and team fights, because if you can get enemy gods in that last little bit of the line, which we'll see later on when we go over the combos, I'll knock him back towards you, and then you can hit him with your one to combo it up. So it does 260 at max rank, plus 50% of his physical power. This is the minimum amount of scaling. So 50 is the minimal amount of scaling for his kit. Not too shabby. Alright, sorry about that. Again, as I said earlier, we have a newborn, so I'm kind of watching the monitor while I do this video. Things are a little bit crazy, so we're trying to get things, once we get things back in a little bit of structure, I'll be able to do the video non-stop, hopefully. So if there's any other transitions in this video, that's why, and I apologize for that in advance. So his 3 is mitigate wounds. When Hercules activates this ability, he gains health every second over the next 4 seconds. The percentage of the damage taken during this time is returned to him as additional healing following 10 seconds. So first 4 seconds he gets 55 health per tick over so 4 ticks at 55 health. Now this is 220 health over 4 seconds at max rank. Additionally, at max rank, 90% of the damage taken is returned to him after 10 seconds after that. So, you know, pretty much he can get, if he can make it through those first 4 seconds, he can get that damage done to him in return, unless he gets bursted down, which is a possibility, and which you need to pretty much do late game when this is, or even mid game when this is at max rank. So you usually pop this before you go into a team fight, and it has a distinct glow, so if you see this on an enemy Hercules, do not attack unless you know you can take him out. Otherwise, all that damage you're doing is just going to get returned to him in healing over the next 10 seconds. His next ability is his ultimate, his 4. It's called Excavate. Hercules rips a huge boulder from the ground. Throwing the boulder does damage where the boulder lands, and the boulder continues rolling, doing the same damage to all enemies in its path. Subsequent hits of the same enemy do 50% less per hit. He's immune to crowd control while casting. So you can use this as a secondary purification if you're going against an Ares. You time it right. Additionally, this goes in a line, and it can be ricocheted off walls. So you can kind of Austin Powers it if you're in a small corridor or choke point, or you can, you know, ricochet it off and get a couple hits potentially if the enemy gods stay there. But it has a diminishing returns in terms of damage as each hit upon the enemy. So that's his kit. Well, next we're going to go into relics. Now, relics and items are going to be based upon conquest. They can be used for any game mode essentially, except for assault. Assault is always a little bit different because you can't go back to the fountain during that game mode. Now, these are, you know, situational. You can change them as you wish depending on your team comp and the enemy team comp. What they have for relics, what you guys have for relics, etc., etc. So we're going to go right into it. He will most likely be in the solo lane 9 times out of 10. What that means is you're going to want to get teleport first, which is this one actually up here. This allows you to teleport to any tower or ward that's rooted in place. You are... Wait, this kind is not interrupted by damage, but is interrupted by crowd control. Okay, so if you were, you know, summoning the ability to teleport, and you got hit, you wouldn't be interrupted. But if they, you know, mezzed you maybe or something like that, or rooted you, it would be interrupted. More times than not, you use it to get back to lane, so you don't lose a wave, and you can stay on point with the enemy solo laner. After that, again, it's situational. You could go... Someone hopefully has sprint at this point. You can go meditation, even, you know, wrath or blink or something. I wouldn't use blink. His abilities really don't warrant a blink. But I'd probably go med. Maybe a thorns. Thorns would be pretty decent too, in conjunction with his 3. But I usually go med. So, alright, so again, he's going to be a solo laner, so his starter item is going to be Bluestone Pendant. It just, gives you 15 physical power, gives you that extra 100 mana, which you're going to need, because that's just the way things are. When you're in the solo lane, you're kind of solo. And it adds an additional 30 damage over 2 seconds. So this will help you clear the wave early game. After that, you're going to want to go Warrior Tabby. Gives you physical power and, the standard 18 movement speed. Now, I think Ninja Tabby got a boost. Oops. Yeah, I hit the button twice. Yeah, it gives you physical power, mana, and a lot of attack speed. So Ninja Tabby did get a boost in this buff, which is 3.17. Patch. But he's not an auto attack or basic attack god. He's more ability based. So we're going to go with the Warrior Tabby because this will also help with his scaling, which was, 90, 50, 90, 100. Actually, his 3 doesn't matter about attack power, but... So we'll go Warrior Tabby. After that, most likely you're going to be going against another physical god. So you're going to want to go into Breastplate of Valor. This gives you more, it gives you 75 physical protection, more mana, and gives you cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction is always good because your abilities come up much, much faster, and allows you to disrupt in the fights.
A good choice.
Now, depending on what you go, more times than not, you're going to want to go Jotuns, because it gives you physical power, again with the scaling, more mana, gives you actual penetration, and this caps you out on your cooldown. Now, the only time you may not go with this first, or, third item, is if you want to go with a magical defense item after that. Just because you may or may not need Jotuns, or you're getting pooped on by, they have an Ao Kuang maybe, for a jungler, or their mid laner is rotating a lot and taking you guys out, because they're trying to burst you down since you have mitigate wounds. I'm sorry, I got a cold. My throat's really scratchy now that I'm recording a video, right? So after Jotuns, or instead of Jotuns, you could either go with Stone of Gaia, or Bulwark of Hope, I think it's called, right? Yeah. Now, again, this is situational. This works great because it regenerates health every 5 seconds. Plus it gives, as a passive, in addition to the 25 HP 5 and 15 MP 5 that you get. So this will help you stay tanky. This will help you stay alive in between team fights. Now the Bulwark of Hope will give you protection. Okay? More health and crowd CC reduction. So more times than not, again, situational, you could go into this, but it doesn't give you protection. So you're going to want Bulwark of Hope, plus the passive of giving you an additional shield once you're below 30% health, will help you out in the team fight. So we're going to go Bulwark of Hope next. After that, you want to go into Titan's Bane, because it gives you, as we get to it, gives you more physical power, plus a lot more penetration is great because it'll help you just get into the other solo laner and attack and tankier one. So this is a good item. You could go maybe into a more physical power item, but Titan's Bane is usually the choice you want to go with. You're not going to need any lifesteal because you have a heal over time with your 3. So lifesteal's not needed. You can go power, but penetration helps because at this point when you're getting it, people have their armor, and this will help rip through some of their armor and be able to do that extra burst damage that you want. Now, if you haven't sold it already, you're going to sell your Bluestone, and you can pick up a couple things here. You could pick up the Stone of Gaia, so late game you'll have that extra, health regeneration and extra health. You could pick up, well, I wouldn't pick up Mantle of Discord. You could pick up Magi's Blessing, because it gives you a little bit extra protections, a little more health, but it absorbs a single CC, so it's not bad. Or you could just straight up go into Frostbound Hammer, for when you're actually hitting between your abilities and slowing them down. Now, It's totally situational. You know, for this, I'm gonna put Frostbound on for this build. You go Magi's Blessing, you go Stone and Gaia. Either way, this will help late game with the chase. So that's why I'm doing this. This will help keep the enemies in the lane, so you and or your allies can help in turn and burn on the enemy. Additionally, this will slow them down for when you're trying to do your combos. So there we go. This build should work out. Again, the core, of Warrior Tabby, Breastplate of Valor, Jotuns, those are going to be probably what you're going to keep most of the time. And then the remainder, you can switch up the order, the types of items you want, be situational and everything like that. So next we're going to go into his combos and team fight scenarios and the ability order of the abilities you want to rank up. Now he's a big guy. You can barely see over that club sometimes. So we're gonna just hit level 1 Odin. All right, that was a big hit there. All right, because that's his end of his auto chain there. So it's 208, 208, 312. Not bad. Let's hit that guy too, just because. So what you're gonna want to do more times than not is combo your 2 and your 1 together. And you can pop your 3 before you go in, during, after, totally up to you. It is more beneficial to pop it before or during than after the fight, because you get that additional 10 seconds of a percentage of damage mitigated and healing back to you. So, as you can see here, let's start with his 1. This is his 1. It has a nice little line at the end. That shows you the distance it can go. So, we'll push him, and they'll be stunned or pinned, kind of, almost pinned, because you usually want to go towards the wall, and you can get additional damage in. This is where the Frostbound would come in, if you already haven't hit him beforehand. Now his 2, as you can see, there's 2 different shades, let's see, of this lane, or line right here. The filled in portion towards the end, which you can't see over his damn club, that's the area where they'll be knocked back towards you. The other, kind of transparent portion of this line is where it'll just do straight damage. So even if you miss, but you get the gods in this lane, you're still doing damage to them. So I'm going to show you the throw, or the knockback, and here he comes. Boom. No, I didn't attack him, because I was just showing you that he gets knocked back towards you. And mitigate wounds is boom, just that. And you see the glow right there. And I don't have any damage to me, so it didn't show me getting healed. I will probably go to a camp, get the fire giant or something, and just show you. I will go. Go maybe something else, and we'll show you that I will heal myself over time. And then his ultimate is, you can see this big boulder right here. I don't want to do it just yet because I want to use it for the combos, team fight scenarios. But you can see you can decide where it wants to land. So, like I said earlier, you're gonna go on 2, 1, and then just damage. All right, if you don't have your ultimate up, or don't have the perfect conditions. Now, when you do have your ultimate and you want to use it, try to get them in a situation where you can hit them once and then bounce and hit them again off the wall. We'll see if I can do it here. So, and you want to usually push them back. Now this combo works great when you're trying to get them away from their allies. Also, additionally, if they got you pushed under tower, you can knock them up and push them back into your tower, and your tower will do additional damage, and you can get twice as much damage or more and get the credit for the kill based on that. Also, if they are hiding or camping under their tower, you can use this ability to get them out. So I'm going to go this over again. I'm going to knock them up, take a step or 2 forward, turn as quickly as I can, and push them back as far as I can. So, knock up, then push. Boom. See, and that's a pretty good distance from where he stands at default. So, there he is there. Now, if you want to use the ult into it, you're going to want to do a knock up, pin, and then alt. So 2, 1, 4. And again, you can hit your 3 at any point during or beginning this combo. I'm not going to need it for this, so I'm not going to waste the mana and energy. But so I'm going to try to knock him up and pin him against this wall right here, and then I'm going to throw back up and throw my ultimate. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So that's what we're going to try to do. Let's see if I can actually do it. Knock him up, pin him back, throw. I did get him. I did get a hit once. Most enemies are not going to just beeline it to where they're supposed to be. You'll have the opportunity to kind of step back, and they'll kind of be like, "What's going on?" Kind of get their bearings, and then you can ult and hit them. At least once or twice. So I hit him once, which was good. Alright, so before I go and check and show you what the mitigate wounds looks like when it's actually healing, we're going to go in the order that you want to level up his kit. Now, I usually go tanky or sustainable first, and then damage. What that means is I try to rank up his 3 as much as you can. When you can't rank up his 3, I go to his 1. And whenever his ult pops up, I throw a point in there. Now you can save a point in the ult if you want to finish out his 1 or his 3 or anything like that. His 2 is what I save for last because I usually just use that to initiate or to finish. You know, if they're trying to run away, you can knock them up if you didn't get them already back towards you. But for the most part, you're gonna go 3, 1, 4, 2 is the order you want to level up your kit. You gotta remember, once you get, your 3 to max, 90% of the damage done to you is going to be returned to you in healing over 10 seconds. That's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. So now, let's just go, let's see. Those are minions. It's the fire. We'll go Gold Fury. Oh, that's a pretty big radius. That is not as big as the radius, I think, as in the actual Conquest map. Alright, so knock up won't work against her. Pin doesn't work against her. Ults, okay. So I'm taking damage. Normally I would have popped this beforehand, but you can see now I'm getting healed. Now I'm getting healed, and I'm just gonna walk away. Walk away. And you see those 9, 10s? I'm just getting healed. 90% of that damage that she just did is now healed. That's what mitigate damage looks like. That's how it works. We'll do it one more time. I'll pop it before I go in. I'm taking a beating, but I'm still sustaining, and my mitigate wounds is now still going over. Actually, I'm gonna finish this. Yitch, come here. There, I got the Gold Fury kill. So that's that. Sorry again if we got segmented. Sorry about my cold. Sorry about me kind of stumbling over some things. The new child has thrown things a little bit for a loop, but I wanted to get this video out. I wanted people to try this god out. He's fun. Hopefully I don't see you using him against me in matches, but I'm having a lot of fun with him right now. So hope this helped. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for additional videos to come. Leave any comments below for gods you want me to go over. The next one is a guardian, so we'll see who we're gonna go over next time. I think the next patch won't be out for a couple weeks, so. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. All right. Peace.